and welcome to an unusually quiet SAOL project. We're at the beginning of June in 2020 and we're getting the project ready for the next stage to work as we're moving through this COVID-19 experience. And we're doing so with the help of lots of people, but particularly today I want to share with you a short video made by Ray Hegarty about the work of the wonderful artist Nickie Hayden and her husband Robert, who in celebration of Bloomsday have created a print of Lucia. And I'm going to pass over to the video to explain how she has done this limited print. This print really captures the essence of a woman whose story, when you look that bit closer, is possibly not too dissimilar to many of the women who come to SAOL itself. Our thanks to Nickie and to her husband Robert, and over to you, Ray, with the video.
I'm using this particular paper for this print, and again, right, you have to check the pressure. Okay. So, you know, to get the pressure right, so it doesn't do that to the sides. Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of just a balance of, and it has to be even, obviously. Okay. And now the only thing with these is that sometimes in the flattening, the embossment flattens out a bit, so you might have to put them through a press again when they're dry. Right. Which I think I probably will. Yeah. But that's fine, you know, it's all just part of it.
And what's this made out of? Is that like a lino?
That's lino.
Lino, right.
It's a kind of a really good quality lino that's hard to come by nowadays. And if people see it, you know, it's kind of got a, when you cut into it, it's kind of got a buttery feel. Okay. So the cutting it doesn't slide away on you so easily when you're using a knife, because that's what you do, you cut. Okay. You cut away the where you want the whites to be, and everything that's left, because in this case I'm going to do a roll-up over it. Yes. Everything that's left will be dark. So, but in fact, because the paper is being sucked into these, effectively into these little holes, when you pull the print, you have that embossed. Okay. Yes. But obviously there'll be a roll-up, so there'll be a colour. Yeah. And then all of those little places will be white, or cream in this case. This one I did for the other gallery. It's these are sisters. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And what year are you? She looks very 1920s. She looks very stylish.
Yeah, I'm not sure now. It's that famous. It's one of those, when these come up on the online photographs. These are the iconic images that always come up. Yeah. And that one is a particular pose where she designed her own costume. She was very good at designing her own costumes. Yes. And put a lot of time into it, and you know, quite fastidious. You know, and even like in her dancing training as well. Yeah. So, yeah.
There's an amazing movement in it, isn't it? And you had mentioned earlier about the morphing, you know, the sexuality and also into the animal. It's almost like that the print is capturing that. It's almost like an animal print.
Well, that's what I think. I think that she actually had a very, very fluid sexuality, her short hair, but it was fluid in almost fluid to male to female to animal, you know, and whatever clothing she produced, she became, you know. Yes. And she was artistic enough to do that. I'm going to show you today how I've made a lino relief print of Lucia Joyce for the SAOL Project as a little fundraiser during these difficult times. So hands deep in the pockets, buy a print, you're getting a very good value, it's a special price, and you know, you're going to enjoy it, especially the time of year. James Joyce Centre are doing an awful lot of interesting things, so is the Olivier Cornet Gallery, and we sometimes connect up and do things together, and this is one of the outcomes. so I'm doing a little fundraiser. So this is a lino cut, and basically what I've done is I've cut out with little chisels the iconic picture that you will see online of Lucia Joyce. Obviously it's kind of more stylized, if it could be any more than it is, and the idea is that I will show you how to do this print. Now first what you need is you need to get your ink ready, and that ink is looks more like paint, but it is actually ink, and it's just pre-mixed. I mixed it at home before I came out so that I wouldn't have to work too hard. Now with this print, because of the way I've cut the print, I can actually roll it up in all directions. Sometimes, depending on how the print is made, you might have to just roll it in one direction, but I can actually get away with rolling the print in all directions. I want to make sure I get a good covering. And down there, and you only really know that you get a good covering after the first one, and normally on a roll up the second one is perfect. The first one you can miss, but I suppose the second one it would have gathered a certain amount of residue of ink. Now I tend not to like to wear gloves when I'm actually laying a print down. I just try and keep the hands nice and clean in between. Now, this paper I'm using is actually slightly damp, and I've blotted it, and the paper needs to be slightly damp because it needs to be absorbent. Now this is only a little press, so sometimes you have to give it a little hand to just get it up onto the plate to start with. Once it's on, it's up and rolling, and especially because it's a relief print and the lino is thicker than you would normally use. So there she is, Lucia.
Hello everybody, hello again I should be saying. These are the wonderful prints that Nickie has delivered to the door, and I'll give you the first glance of the Lucia print by Nickie Hayden. As you know from watching this video, there's a limited run of just 50 copies, and they're available through the SAOL Project. There are two main ways of getting hold of one of these limited edition prints. One is through the SAOL Project itself, which I'll mention in a moment, and one is through the link below for Eventbrite. And you can purchase one of these prints through Eventbrite for the price of €45. And there will be 30 of the 50 prints available through Eventbrite. However, you can access some other prints through the SAOL Project, and again the link will be below. And as I say, the sale price is €45, but if you were feeling extra generous, it will be through the SAOL Project itself that it would be worthwhile doing that, because if you do it through Eventbrite, if you were to pay more through Eventbrite, we pay a commission on that, and it would be better not to do that. So, can I once again say thank you to Nickie and to Robert for their hard work and their amazing generosity, for the assistance that this will be to our work here in the SAOL Project, and to encourage you to dig deep and purchase what I think you will agree is a wonderful, wonderful piece of art.